So this idea about contact between humans and um, visitors from other societies out there. Yeah, I was just outright flat, and I would submit to a lie detector test on this, no problem. Anyone that wants to do, any UFO researcher out there that wants to do that, I'm willing to do that. I looked up and I asked a question, and I got an answer. And the minute that I had doubt about what that might be, I thought, oh, well, astronauts, sometimes their optic nerve will be struck by a high-speed particle and they see a flash, this kind of thing. I'm coming up with ideas. I get another one. Like, no. I asked a direct question. I got a direct answer instantly. And then as I started to wonder what it might have been, I got an affirmation. And then another time I looked up and I simply asked, are you sitting, is there anyone sitting up right there? This thing zigzags across the entire horizon in seconds. So I don't really have a choice but to believe. As many encounters as I've had, as many sightings I've had and videos I've taken, I don't really have a choice. Now, there was this kid, I don't know, it was maybe 10 years ago, said that he was part of a recruitment program where aliens came and got humans and inducted them into a fight to go fight other aliens. And now I just read another article. There's another guy claiming the exact same thing. Same story. Not the same guy. So that's bullshit. Because, you see, I always have a question. And it's one word. And if I get 100 different answers, then all of you are wrong. Okay? And the D does not apply. And that is, I simply ask them, well, why? Why would they only come get you? Oh, you're the only one that's going to talk. I see. Gotcha. Why? You see, that's someone who has no understanding of how advanced and how different from us spiritually and socially they are from us, that when they tell the story, the aliens sound just like us. The anthropomorphic, resemblance is spot on. There is no reason. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't good versus evil battles going on out there, because it seems like that's how the universe is designed. Okay? But beings that are 1 billion years more advanced, they don't interfere in races that are simply, like, let's say a race that's 10,000 years from now, we will be flying in public our own individual, whatever, faster than light vehicles, if we survive. If we make it. In order to make it, you have to get through the galactic prophylactic barrier, which means you can't destroy your planet, okay? You can't kill yourselves off with disease and poison and, sterilize your species with forever chemicals, that kind of thing. Or nature just says, okay, you're just a dead end. And the violent, aggressive ones, like the ones that we have in our country right now that seems like violence is their way to accomplish their goal, they never win. They never win. Because that type of society cannot develop better. Let's just use the term better. I'm not going to say more advanced. I'll just say, on a scale of 1 to a trillion, you know what I mean? The species over here that is more spiritually and knowledge and, taking care of its species and its planet, being explorers, that kind of thing, where, nobody needs a job. You simply walk over to a machine and say, give me a chicken sandwich, and there it is. Simple as that. They've learned how to manipulate matter on the smallest scales. And the beings that are the aggressive conqueror, the Gene Roddenberry came up with the Klingons, you know what I mean? The hyper aggressive. See, they can't make it through the galactic barrier. And the ones that do are overwhelmed by the ones who say, nope, sorry, you're not allowed to have that planet. It's not that they tell them what to do or how to live or how to be. There comes a point in advancement where you're basically indestructible with your technology. So these hyper-aggressive species are held in check, but they're not told you can't exist, because that wouldn't be a spiritual solution. They have to find their own barrier and butt up against it until they destroy themselves, exactly like we're doing right now. Humans have done some horrible shit to other humans because they look different, spoke different, ate different culture. The things that some of these people that walk around literally wearing an American flag for pants, hats, socks, watch, wristwatch, a wallet, necklace, everything's an American flag, and they think that that's being a patriot, having never served a day in the military. You see, when this guy tells me that, I have to ask, well, why? Why would a super incredibly advanced species want us in any way to be involved or have knowledge of or participate in something that's so much above your head that you would what? Carry, the wounded from the field kind of thing? You see, they're not going to interfere. They won't interfere. No one's allowed to interfere. Gene Roddenberry had it right when the Prime Directive, the penalty for breaking the Prime Directive was death. Because that made you as evil can get when you insinuate yourself into another world that has life on it, even if it's not sentient life, okay? Nature wants to create sentient life. That's the machine. That's what it does. It creates us. And then afterwards, a corporeal form that is for another reason. This machine just makes a product, and it's sentience. Consciousness lets us be aware of it, but sentience is its goal. And it's not, it has a defense mechanisms and everything else like anybody does. My point has always been why. And they never have a sufficient answer for that other than an anthropomorphic answer, period. Not anything that would be alien reasoning or tech or anything. They can't explain. There's no detail in their details. And I'm not saying that there hasn't been clashes, because I saw wood cuttings from Germany that show UFOs in the sky having a battle. I've always wondered about that. An aggressor species came here with the attitude that these guys are just like a virus. We need to get rid of them off this planet and we'll take it. See, the kind of justification that we used when we came to South America and said, oh, these fucking heathens don't believe in God, just take their gold. They don't need it. We need it to promote God and to build temples to God. Same thing. They'd show up here and go, oh yeah, look at these guys. They're just, they're going to be dead in a few hundred years anyway. Fuck them. And people step in and go, nope, not allowed. We're still here. Evidently the good guys always win. Again, a hyper-aggressive type of species wouldn't exist. Now, like us, they would exist. Like us, but 10,000 years more advanced technologically. And we'd probably be, what, 1,000 years advanced spiritually, maybe? With good leadership, you know what I mean? Example-led leadership. Now, if I've had whether they're here is not a question for me. Like I said, there's so much video evidence now. The government had to come out and admit it. I said that 15 years ago. There's going to come a day where so many of these fucking cameras, everyone's got one. They'll no longer be able to say, yeah, I don't know what that is. It's just a blurry picture, because everyone has a 4K video camera in their pocket, and here we are. But they don't want to play sides. They tried that, and it didn't work out, because the United States, again, they were given a gift to do research and basically tried to turn it into a weapon. And that was back in 1982. And after that, they just said, fuck you. We're just going to, we're not going to deal with you. You had your opportunity, and you broke the rules that we had set forth. Could have used infinite energy sources for cleaning up the oceans and cleaning up our air and providing food, but instead we use it to keep it as an ace in the hole secret weapon technology. It's so fucking human to, think that. Jesus. No, see, I don't believe any of those. Human-alien contact here absolutely happens all the time. Just like we would do if we were going to go out and study a species that was about to become extinct. First thing we'd do is, just like them, start collecting as many DNA samples as possible. That's not mysterious. That's the first basic thing we would do. Diversity, So maybe the species could survive again someday. Here, when the Earth cleaned up, they could put us back. Okay, that's my rant for the day.